What's up, YouTube, man? We back again with another video, man. But Larry Bird been showing me a lot of things that I did not expect, you know? The video we about to watch today, I really want to see how good he actually was, because I know he was good, but I want to know what made him so good. You know, we went over the trash talking, we went over other players vouching for him, but I want to see the actual stats, the actual moments that really transpired, you know? But before the video start, man, make sure to like, subscribe. Make sure y'all keep sending suggestions, bro. I'm having fun doing these videos. Keep sending videos. I don't want to talk too much, so let's get into it.
A hick from French Lick. Bird was born into a poor family in French Lick, Indiana, a town of 2,000 inhabitants. Larry grew up a shy, introverted kid who didn't talk much, and he did most of his talking on the basketball court. He grew up to 6'9" and played at small forward. But with his understanding of basketball, he could play whatever position he wanted. Larry finished his high school career as the best scorer in school's history, and he could choose where he wanted to go to college. He started playing for Bobby Knight at Indiana University, but didn't like the spotlight and being around so many people. He then settled at Indiana State University, where the pressure was much less than with the Hoosiers. Larry averaged 30.3 points, 13.3 rebounds, and 4 points.
Wait, hold on. 30 points? He averaged 30 points. Oh my God. 30.3 to be exact. Bro, they should have known since day one he was going to be one of the greatest. They should have known. 30 points? I don't think you understand how hard that is. I know it's not the NBA, but there's still athletes that have trainers, meal plans. Are you 30 points?
And became the #1 team in the country with a 33-win streak. Their only loss came in the 1979 NCAA Finals, where they played against Michigan State, led by senior guard Earvin Johnson. Despite 19 points from Bird, Magic and his teammates celebrated the title in what was the most-watched college basketball game in history at the time. Bird was named the Collegiate Player of the Year, leaving Indiana State as the 5th-ranked NCAA scorer of all time. He was already drafted, as the Boston Celtics selected him in the NBA draft in 1978, hoping that Bird, who qualified for the NBA as a junior, would skip his senior year. He opted to stay in Indiana, and when he finally arrived in Boston, the Celtics looked nothing like their championship selves, with consecutive losing seasons. Bird then single-handedly caused the biggest turnaround ever seen in the NBA at the time. Boston improved their record from the season before by 32 wins, and finished with 61 wins and 21 losses. Although his arch-rival Magic Johnson had an impressive season and won the title with the Lakers.
Rookie season, 61 wins. That's crazy. That's crazy. Especially, let's go back to the college, Indiana State. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, I'm not up to speed on everything, but I haven't heard of Indiana State since Bird. To be honest, I haven't heard of it at all. To be honest, you know, and for him to come his first season and win 61 games. Larry B, man. Larry B.
4.5 assists. He also made the All-Star team and first-team All-NBA, and even finished 4th in the MVP voting, and proved he could transform a mediocre team into a great one, all by himself. A new green dynasty. After Bird's rookie year, the Celtics had a busy offseason. Legendary Red Auerbach worked his magic and brought 2 new faces to Boston that would form one of the biggest dynasties in NBA history. Auerbach robbed Golden State by sending them the 1st and 13th pick in the 1980 draft, in exchange for center Robert Parrish and the 3rd pick, which became Kevin McHale. Along with the newly formed Big Three, the Celtics also had an all-star point guard, Nate "Tiny" Archibald, young and athletic forward Cedric Maxwell, and a few well-integrated role players that made the team complete. The head of the snake was, of course, Larry Bird, who was 2nd in MVP voting, en route to a league-leading 62-20 record. The Celtics avenged the loss to the Sixers from the previous year, and after a tough 7-game series in the Eastern Finals, they were in the NBA Finals once again. There they would be met by the Houston Rockets, led by prime Moses Malone, who was arguably the best center in the league at the time. Malone averaged 23 and 16 in the series, but the Celtics were too good of a team and would win the title with 4-2. Bird averaged 15 points.
Larry B, he is really out there balling, shooting threes, Passing, I'm gonna do a video on that too. One of you guys suggested that I react to his passing video. I'm gonna do that for you guys. But like I was saying, he out there shooting threes, fadeaways, mid-ranges, passing, got the mullet rocking. Oh my God. They had to know, after the rookie season, they have to know. They had to know he was gonna get one. You had to know he was gonna get a championship. Especially after Magic had the season he had, and y'all get a video on that too. He had to know he was gonna come back.
Led the Celtics in scoring with 18 points per game. And when everybody already saw the new Green Dynasty, 2 bad years ensued. Despite Bird's all-around excellence and McHale's improvement, they once again were the #1 seed in the East. Bird was the All-Star Game MVP, but Philadelphia retaliated for a close defeat in the Eastern Finals. And this time, they won in 7 games. The year after, the Celtics regressed even more, finishing as a 3rd seed and getting swept in the 2nd round by the Milwaukee Bucks. After that, coach Bill Fitch resigned and was replaced by Casey Jones, who won 8 titles in the Bill Russell era as a player. The change bore fruit. The team was refreshed with the young shooter Danny Ainge and veteran point guard Dennis Johnson, and played the best basketball in the NBA, finishing with a 62-20 record. After 3 years of coming in second, Larry Bird finally won the regular season MVP with 24.2 points, 10.1 rebounds, and 6.6 assists on average. The Celtics steamrolled to the finals, where a known foe awaited. It was, of course, Magic and the Lakers. The title was decided in Game 7, where Larry Bird led the Celtics to their 15th NBA title. Bird was named the Finals MVP, and he finally had his revenge over Magic, who defeated him in the NCAA Finals of 1979. The following season,
I know that was a crazy game. Magic and Bird. If any of you guys were around that time, let me know how was that championship. What did people want to happen? Y'all let me know, because I'm on the younger side. This is way before my time, But y'all let me know, because like I said, I'm taking this journey with you guys, and I want to learn with you guys. So y'all let me know what happened. I'm really curious.
1986, the greatest Celtics team ever and the pinnacle of Bird's career. After the finals loss, Auerbach made another clever move. He traded Cedric Maxwell to the Clippers for Bill Walton, once one of the most talented centers in the league, who accepted the role of a 6th man on the Celtics, while Kevin McHale moved to the starting lineup. The Celtics won 50 out of 51 home games that year, which is a record that still stands.
50 out of 51 home games? I don't know. These past videos, I've been hearing the most craziest things ever. What do you mean? So you only lost 1 game at home? That's crazy. That is actually insane. I don't think, I know this, I know I say this a lot, I don't think y'all understand how hard that is. Hey, this guy's amazing.
And basketball brilliance in 85-86. He deservedly won another MVP and became the only player other than Wilt and Bill Russell to win the award in 3 straight seasons. The 85-86 season birthed several games that proved the endless basketball genius of Larry Bird, and most notable is the left-handed game. Before the game against Portland, Bird surprised his teammates and journalists by saying that he would shoot the whole game with his left hand because he wanted to motivate himself for a relatively meaningless regular season game. How much did he score? Just 47 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists with a game-winning shot, and 22 points scored with his left hand out of sheer boredom and fun. And those are the reasons why he was called Larry Legend. Apart from that, he also scored a career-high 60 points on the Atlanta Hawks earlier in the season. Almost everything he put up toward the basket went in, and he got into such a zone that the Hawks bench jumped off their chairs and cheered, after which they received hefty penalties from the Hawks coach, Mike Fratello. Throughout the game, the commentator noted that what he was watching was the biggest shooting exhibition in basketball history, and at the time, it truly was. The Celtics won 67 games in the regular season and lost just 1 game in the playoffs on their way to the finals. There, they would be greeted by the Twin Towers of Houston, Ralph Sampson, and Hakeem Olajuwon, who defeated the Lakers in the West Finals. But nobody could touch the Celtics that season, who were one of the most talented teams ever assembled. Bird was 2 rebounds and 3 assists shy of averaging a triple-double in the finals.
Y'all see it. First of all, he won 3 MVPs in a row. 3 MVPs in a row. And like I just said earlier, 50 out of 51 home games, plus had a great season, period. Now he's balling in the finals? Come on, man. Y'all see it. And him playing the game left-handed and scoring 47 points is crazy. Oh my God, hey. Thank y'all for giving me this video. Thank y'all. Because I'm learning some stuff about Larry the Legend, aka Larry B, that I never thought in a million years.
Injuries, and the Dream Team. In 1987, the Celtics had a very difficult season. Their number 2 pick, Len Bias, tragically passed away after the draft, and they suffered many injuries during the season and the playoffs. But Larry Bird was too good, and they still advanced to the finals after 2 7-game series against the Bucks and the Bad Boy Pistons, where Bird made one of the most legendary plays and stole the inbounds pass from Isaiah Thomas that won a crucial Game 5 for the Celtics. And in the finals again, it was the Lakers for the 3rd time in 4 years. Because LA was much more rested coming to the finals, the Celtics did not have enough gas in the tank to stop the fast-paced showtime. Bird delivered another 24, 10, and 5 for the series, but it wasn't good enough, and Magic got the best of him once again. Next year, Bird had maybe one of the best statistical years of his career. He averaged 30 points on 50, 40, and 90 shooting, a feat he achieved the previous year as well, proving that he's the best shooter who ever played at the time. The Celtics reached the conference finals, but it would be their last hurrah as the Pistons finally got over the hump and managed to beat them. In the offseason, Bird sustained a severe back injury from chopping wood back home in Indiana. He was one of the best basketball players in the world who had millions of dollars, but he was still the hick from French Lick, who chopped his own wood when he needed to, and I respect him even more for that. The back injury and surgery on both Achilles tendons caused him to miss almost the entire 88-89 season.
A back injury and 2 Achilles, and he's still playing? I know, oh my God, I know that pain was bad. Like that's, oh my God. And you mean to tell me he's still playing? I give him that. If I don't give him anything else, I give him. That's one tough, you know the rest. I can't say it. YouTube might, but hey, hats off to this guy, man.
League, and despite needing to stretch for more than 2 hours to be able to run, he was still very productive. He was named an All-Star each of the last 3 seasons, along with some memorable performances, like a game in the 1991 playoffs where he suffered a concussion, but then pulled a Willis Reed and came back to the game, scored 17 points in the second half, and won the series for the Celtics. Unfortunately, the toll on his body was getting too much to bear, and he ended his career in 1992, when he finally became teammates with his good friend Magic Johnson on the Dream Team. Bird flew off into the sunset with the gold in Barcelona, retiring as the best small forward and the best shooter to ever play. One of the most famous Larry Bird trash-talking stories is from the 1986 three-point shooting contest, when the legend walked into the locker room and asked all the other participants who's coming in second after him. Of course.
Nah, I know. He did that? Hey, bro. Hey. Like I said, he don't care. He went in there and told everyone, yeah, which one of y'all coming in second? What? Hey, y'all see it. If you didn't know, now you know. Larry B is not to be played with at all. At all. Hey, bro.
Without taking his jacket off, Bird would win the three-point shooting competition the next 2 years as well. And before Reggie Miller came along, there was no argument who's the best shooter ever. On the 26th of December 1990, Indiana's Chuck the Rifleman Person said he's going bird hunting before the Celtics game. Bird replied that he'd got a Christmas present for him, and while Chuck was on the bench, Bird got the ball in the corner just in front of the Pacers bench. He hit the jump shot, turned to Chuck, and said Merry effing Christmas. And that's who Larry Bird was, and how he talked. He was the ultimate competitor, and he had all the skills in the world to back it up. He'd tell players where he would get the ball, what he was going to do, and then do it. And there was nothing they could do to stop him. He accused the opposing team of putting a white guy to guard him because he felt that was disrespectful. And if you watch Space Jam, you know that Larry isn't white. He's clear. Bird would drink half the bar under the table. Sometimes he'd fight people in the bar as well, and then go to the game the next day and dominate as if nothing happened. Bird was unique.
He did what? Hold on. So you didn't mean to tell me Larry be throwing down and then go and play the game. Hey, back in the day, y'all was built different. Y'all was built different. This just proves right here. This is a tough cat. That's what this proves. This is a tough cat. That's what it proves. This is literally something out of a movie. It doesn't even seem real.
Look almost clumsy, far from physically dominant or athletic. He rarely dunked, his vertical was average at best, and he never played exceptionally fast. From the neck down, in basketball terms, he was nothing special. From the neck up, until the end of his fingertips, he was pure genius. There's no doubt that he would be a great player in today's era, where we can see players like Doncic and Jokic dominate the game without great physical talent. Bird was one of the top 10 players who ever played, and one of the best pure shooters ever. He was the best player in the NBA for almost an entire decade, despite the brilliance from Magic and the athleticism of Michael Jordan. And like Magic Johnson said, there will never be another Larry Bird.
They're right. There will never be another Larry Bird because the stuff I'm hearing, maybe I'm wrong, but the stuff I'm hearing, I never heard anyone do before. Nah, man, hey, he's him. He is for sure I'd say top 3, top 2. Because what do you mean? All the stuff I'm hearing, whether it's the trash talk, fighting before the game, 30 points in college, 3 MVPs, coming back after 2 Achilles are back. Oh yeah. The proof is in the pudding. Y'all see it. Y'all watching the video just like I'm watching the video. You see it, you know. But that's the end of the video, man. Make sure y'all keep sending videos. I'm having too much fun doing this. Before y'all go, I want to wish y'all safety, blessings, you know. But before y'all go, I need y'all to smash the like button, subscribe, and let's continue this journey.